April 30th. This video has been a long time coming, sorry to say, but in my Instagram highlights, I've had details about it since the day of. This is a 23-mile epic journey from marina to marina and back and then some.
That way is the dam, and that way is the main channel up toward Antelope Point Marina.
The main intent of this video is to document my epic 23-mile ride from Wahweap Marina to Antelope Point Marina and back, and then some. I wanted to test the range of the extended range battery by Foil Inc. or getfoil.com, along with the 200 high aspect wing going at an efficient pace. However, the water conditions were not as efficient as I was hoping, and it was quite choppy because there was an event of some sort which made for many waves going up and down the main channel in every direction. A very difficult ride, and the first time I had rode in such conditions with the 200 high aspect wing, and possibly the choppiest conditions I've rode in up to this point. Because there are no beaches along this stretch of the main channel between the two marinas, it is often known as the Maytag Strait, because all traffic going up lake goes up this main channel, and once waves start, they don't stop. It's a never-ending washing machine practically. And because there are no beaches, this ride is quite a difficult one and poses some potential hazards because there's no place to stop. So for this reason, I had my dad escort me along the way for safety. Do not attempt such a ride, as I have done, without escort or at least notifying people before, during, and after the ride.
And there are waves everywhere, going everywhere. Woo!
I realize that not everyone is going to want to watch the full length of this documentary of a rider traveling up and down the canyons through choppy water, so allow me to repeat the statistics of this ride again. I am 170 pounds, and I rode 23 miles on the 200 high aspect wing with the extended range battery by getfoil.com Foil Inc. I did take a 30-minute break, and I had some little bit of lunch, a granola bar and some water before I turned around and came back. There was quite a few crashes, so I could have possibly extended the ride a little bit longer if the conditions were more perfect. Again, this was the first time I was on the 200 high aspect wing in such choppy conditions, all late winter, early spring. I was blessed with almost perfect conditions every day and was able to learn this entirely new wing. This was my first high aspect type wing ever, and it gave me the perfect conditions, bias conditions if you will, for learning this wing. And learning this wing was quite easy, but this day with this choppy water was definitely quite difficult for me and quite a struggle. And since this day and forward, and experiencing different wings, which I will later have a video about my review and my thoughts of all the wings that I have, the classic wing, the 200, the 250, along with comparisons to Wado. I would like to say that I, along with also responses from other foil owners, would actually recommend the 250 as a beginner wing over the 200. Some have struggled with the 200 and some have not. But the 250, even though it is recommended for 200 pounds and up, it can be used by any rider of any size. So that's a little tidbit, precursor to my foil review video. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video if you continue watching. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Live life to the foilist always.
Woo! And right over there where that boat is, that's the famous Antelope Canyon. We have made it to Antelope Canyon, and I still have about 75% battery left. Oh my gosh! Woo! I'm gonna make it! Yeah! Woo!
Antelope Canyon is famous across the world and receives countless visitors every year, such as the kayaker behind me. Many kayakers every day go in and out of Antelope Canyon, but the most famous pictures are taken by foot, where the canyon narrows and is like walking into a giant, magnificent, twisted piece of pottery.
There is the Antelope Point public launch ramp, high and dry. We have made it to Antelope Point public launch ramp, and not even 50% battery yet. Woo! I'm gonna make it! Woo! Yeah! A little bit smoother water now. So nice. All right. We have officially entered the wakeless zone of the Antelope Point Marina. Woo! Yeah! Plenty of battery.
It's pretty clear how stoked and excited I was to finally reach Antelope Point Marina, as well as how much battery I had remaining, knowing that I would successfully make it back to Wall-Weight Marina. Antelope Point Marina is the newest marina on Lake Powell and has some of the newest and biggest houseboats. Definitely check it out when you're at Lake Powell.
So there's the battery, some water. And then, so you get enough speed, and then the wing will give you some lift.
That is awesome. Oh, that's cool. And like, that's just floating above the water. What is that?
Oh, so much fun. Oh man. I have 64% battery.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness.
No problem at all. I'm gonna have juice and then some.
Rough out there.
It is. It is rough out there. Oh wow.
You need a pit stop or anything?
Just maybe a little bit of some water. I got some water in here.
Right over here by that cobalt. I'll pull in right there.
My father is a professional boat captain and guide, and even he made comments about how rough the water was.
Bye-bye. I'll catch him up later.
In this video clip, you can see that I'm struggling to ride switch. I was planning on riding switch on the way back, which is something that I typically do, but what I should have done was started riding switch and then ride a regular or my normal stance on the way back. But it was just too choppy and I was too tired in order to use my less comfortable foot forward on the way back. So most of my riding was done with my normal goofy stance. This next clip is muted because I was playing some music over my Bluetooth speaker, which is copyrighted, but at this point in the trip I wanted to point out and remember that I was 50% battery. I was halfway on my battery usage. Now that there's some ambient noise drowning out the music from my Bluetooth speaker, I'll have to do a video about that later. It's a JBL clip and it works wonderfully. But I am using the Relive app, as you have noticed, for tracking this ride, and the times that I've edited and frozen the location may not be 100% accurate, but it's close enough. And again, I'm roughly at about 50% battery at that last location shown on the Relive app.
Alright. Just need to keep calm, relax. Just need to relax. And everything will be alright. Just relax, keep it straight. A little bit of a breach.
At this point in the ride, I was trying to do everything I could to psych myself up and to encourage myself to endure to the end despite the fatigue that I was having. Leaving the rough water of the Maytag Strait of the main channel, I was finally able to get some relief by switching to switch stance. With my left foot forward, I continued to ride on the home stretch back to the Wall-Weep Marina area.
To Marina, to Marina! Woo!
No wake, huh? No wake. He does a no wake really good, doesn't he?
Well, I got back to Wall-Weep and I still had like almost 25% battery left, so I've been riding around in the bay trying to use up the rest of the battery. I've gone back and forth quite a bit and I'm at 7%. Battery low, return to shore. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Battery low, return to shore. I'm gonna go back to shore over there to load up. Huh?
They follow you over there?
No, you don't need to. I'm close enough that even if it were to die, I'd just, you know, swim. Alright, good luck. Thank you. That was quite an experience on so many levels. It was the choppiest water I've ever been on, the longest ride I've ever been on, and the farthest I've ever gone. Most e-foiling I've ever done in a single day. Just everything has been the most and to the max. I rode my normal stance almost the entire time until I got back here to the Wall-Weep channel and bay. Then I switched back to, I switched to switch riding. But I just could not do those waves riding switch, especially when I was already a little bit tired. And I'm down to about 2 or 3 bars of red battery going back to the beach. I'm not gonna ride it until it just dies. I'm just gonna ride back to the beach. I'm spent. This battery will last longer than almost any person out there, I think. Especially if you're riding hard. I was riding pretty mellow, but I am absolutely spent. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Wow, wow, wow. And then we'll almost stopped my relive. I did a relive mapping ride. And we'll stop that and check the results. It says 3% battery here. 3% battery remaining, which is probably enough for me to ride around quite a bit more actually in the marina here. And let's check the relive. I am absolutely shaky. All right, so based on the Relive app, we have 23 miles and 2 hours and 25 minutes. Now the length of time is, we need to take off about at least probably 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, because I fell quite a bit, especially coming back, and I didn't pause it right away when I got to Antelope. But yes, well over 2 hours. And then, you know, if I were to ride it until it was absolutely dead, then we could probably say 2 hours and 25 minutes. And I could probably get another half mile with the 3% of battery. Whew, what a day. Live life to the foilist, and today was the most foilist. Holy cow. Peace out.